Marshall Paulk, and I'm a freshman here at Clemson University, class of 2016. And this is my vlog about the dialogue I attended, Assuming the Unassumable, a dialogue on internationality. And basically, the premise of the dialogue was to debunk common myths about stereotypes and cultures. And we got in there, and you have the typical group of 25 people who don't know each other, really quiet, don't understand why they're there. I mean, it's pretty early in the morning when I was there, so not many people want to talk. So you get in, and you have the typical, the leaders want to break the ice, have the break the ice games, and once we do that, we start to get to know each other, become more comfortable, and become more talkative, want to start the dialogue and do it. And basically, the definition of the dialogue, based off when I signed up for it, said the dialogue will critically analyze the stereotypical barriers that divide international communities from U.S. citizens on Clemson campus. Recognizing the value of connecting with and learn from other cultures, participants will be encouraged to surface and analyze their conception of international cultures in effect to debunk common myths and stereotypes. And we were asked, when we were told to do this vlog, we were told to answer three main questions, three or four, and the first one was, did your group achieve true dialogue? And I think we did achieve true dialogue, although it was kind of awkward in there with people you don't know and with complete strangers, not knowing a single person in there. But once you start talking with each other, you can achieve true dialogue. And I mean, we had some students in there that were actually, in fact, international, and that added some extra insight into the conversation. And I mean, there's one from Peru, one from China, and one from Korea. And I mean, through them, we were able to see the different viewpoints that are held throughout what people believe about internationality. So I guess through that, we did achieve true dialogue. And I guess the premise of true dialogue is to increase understanding among all members of the group, and pretty much everyone participated. I mean, you do have the people that are active voices, you do have people that are passive voices, and sometimes the people with passive voices tend to sit back and listen to the active voices. And I myself tend to be a passive voice. I do listen a lot. I learn from the active voices. I like to think to myself. I mean, I'll chime in, which I did, and it lets me understand what's going on in the group. I listen and analyze what's going on, and that's about it for the group dynamics. And then the basically another factor of the group dynamics is observation. And some students wanted to share how they felt, some students didn't. And there were some reserved voices who were still attentive, still chimed in, but they weren't as active voices. And I mean, towards the end, we all became comfortable with each other. We all understood what was going on, and we were all willing to contribute to the dialogue as we understood what was going on. And basically, the dialogue is a component of Library 100. Why is that? That was also another question, as we tried to see dialogue as a useful tool in our university experience. And dialogue is crucial to communicating to others in the university. And there's a difference between dialogue, discussion, and debate, which was one of the questions we also had to answer. And when we were there, we were given a chart on what to do and not what to do, about the differences between the two. And we were able to see how each other's different and how dialogue is the best out of debate and discussion, as you seek to connect with each other and understand what's going on. And through this dialogue, I was able to debunk many myths about internationality. When we got in there, we had to kind of voice some of our stereotypes we had about a bunch of different nations and nationalities. And through that, many people shared common stereotypes that they held. But towards the end and after, I was able to realize that many of those stereotypes aren't true. there are a lot of myths that people have about common cultures and viewpoints, but I guess through that we all were able to share common viewpoints and I guess assume the unassumable about it. And after this dialogue, I'm now able to see many different cultures in a different way. And that's it.